David Beckham mid icon. He is here in an SBC. If you wanted to check out basically his SBC explaining if he's worth it or all of that good stuff, then the video will be at the end screen or it will be somewhere on a card right about now. So we have got Beckham, 89 rated, a 3-star. I personally wouldn't recommend him as right wing or right mid. I just don't think he's going to be quick enough. And with the 3-star, it is a little bit of a turn off in terms of putting him there. But there is, like somebody suggested on the comments, many positions that Beckham can play. I personally think he will be a fantastic cam. Obviously, he's got a bit of dribbling on him. Yes, he doesn't have the 4-star skills, but naturally he was always good on the ball, very confident on the ball, and I can imagine we will see that. Then he's got his passing. That is just naturally how it works, and I think this game is massive for it. So we're going to be playing him in that midfield role more than on the wing, so it's going to be an interesting one to see what he kind of translates there. But obviously his base is very similar. He is a centre mid by position, and then obviously he does have his 92 right mid, which I believe is his free kick Greece kind of era. But that one again should be quite a nice cam. I think right mid he's just a little bit too slow for. We have obviously got some good traits for him. Early crosser if you really wanted to keep him there, finesse shot outside of the foot, and we also have just too many computer AIs. Obviously he is a Manchester United legend. He then went to Real Madrid and conquered there with the Galacticos. He went to LA Galaxy, Milan, Paris. He had a fantastic career, and then obviously going from football, creating a brand that is just huge. Genuinely, the Beckham brand is massive, so a big respect to this guy. Hopefully at some point, not just as a Man U fan, but as a football fan in general, that from what he's done in his career with football, hopefully we do see a Sir David Beckham at some point, and it would be interesting to see if they do incorporate that. I don't know if there is actually any Sirs in icons at the moment, so let me know down below if there is, but let's get straight into him. We've got good stats, to be honest. They're pretty high up their stats. I think the only thing that people kind of get a little bit downhearted with Beckham is his pace. He didn't really have pace. He could just ping a ball from anywhere. He has got the passing, as you can see. That is very, very high up there. Dribbling wise, agility balance could do with some work, but we do have great ball control, great composure, great stamina, and then some shooting that eventually could do with some increase. Or if you wanted to kind of go for full out pace and more of a centre mid card or a cam centre mid, you are looking at that Shadow. Gives you 90 pace with 88 acceleration, 92 sprint speed, and a big boost of +8 onto his defending, giving him 76 at the overall. So let's have a look at Beckham, see what he's about, and see what we can do with him. Bex is on the ball then. So in terms of his tradable card, that has dropped down now 40,000 coins since obviously the release of the SBC, and also his SBC price is now coming in at about 333. So it is going to be an interesting one to see if that tradable card does drop even more. But most definitely the SBC I think is coming in at a more fairer price, but it's going to be interesting to see is he actually worth that price in the first place. I think JJ Okocha, just with maybe taking away the 87 or 86, would have been more worth it than any of them. But I think Beckham is going to be one that's going to be quite close, to be honest, which he pings the ball in. We're going to find Aubameyang who's going to get the first goal, and that is already a great start for him. The one thing with Beckham I think is going to be absolutely fantastic is he can almost just rule the park with his passing. We see the close control there, does get caught out after too long, but the close control of him is just going to be absolutely fantastic, just to deliver balls left, right and centre. We're going to find him outside the box here, give a hit and hope, and he's got some shot power on him, honestly. Takes the ball again, very nice from Bex. He's a nice player, and it's a shame that I just don't think he's necessarily as portrayed very well in terms of, like, we talk about Muller, we talk about someone like Lewandowski, who again should be absolutely phenomenal in the game in terms of how they play in real life, but unfortunately their stats just do not translate very well over. The one thing I will be very interested in with him, as we find the finesse, yeah, that was a bit poor, should have maybe pushed it forward a little bit, but is what guarantees we've got on the packs, because that is something that we don't see the sort of prices or ratings of, is do you get an 82 plus, do you get an 80 plus? I did the 85 for Salah once, and you got an 82 plus guaranteed from it. That is absolutely massive. If you go to the other end, do we get a huge 84 plus from obviously the best sort of pack? Because then that is something considering, because we know that we are almost guaranteed a board or a walkout at the very minimum. David Beckham trying to find it in there, trying to find an outside of the box goal though, so maybe a little bit more tougher for him against a decent opponent. Into him again, we're looking for a run off him. Nobody's making the run. He's going to get caught again. Very static play from the wingers there. Ball into Conte. Nicely pinged, wanted it into Mane, but we'll deal with Conte into Mane, and unfortunately Lloris is going to come and collect that one. Conte into Beckham. Beckham making the run. He's going to release that pass into Conte. It's going to be a fantastic one. Messi's made the run through. Double ball roll. And the keeper's going to get it with a lovely 2-foot. Beckham again, looking for that double ball roll. Finds a ball into Dele. It's not quite going to get there. Beckham, he just gets the ball away. Does manage to keep it. Folds Messi inside. Heel to heel. And I thought we might have been able to get past Lloris with that one. Beckham feeding Messi in once more. It's going to be an easy one there. Oh, and we didn't do it. I was hoping to stop a little bit before that to chip it across. Pings a ball into Beckham, and unfortunately Lloris again making the save. Got to get the cross on from Becks. Finding in an overhead from Marquinhos, who unfortunately pings it wide. Beckham receiving it a bit early. Going across goal, and he pings the post. And David Beckham with his goal. You love to see it with them Predators. David Beckham pinging Messi again. It's not the greatest first time touch, but we're looking for him once more. He's going to try a finesse with his left. Lloris with a big hand. Little 1-2 with Becks. He's going to find a little ball in. Little ball, big chip. Oh, and it's just wide. Got to be the one. Finding a bit of Becks. Goes for the volley, and that is number 2. So if we take a look at Beckham's overall card then. So as we can see, the prices are dipping up and down in terms of what's actually on the market. He is dropping, and I think he won't drop too much, but he more than likely will continue to drop a little bit more, I would say. In terms of his price as an untradeable, you've got $340 on the Xbox, $315 or so on the PlayStation, and $325 on the PC. And in terms of what you've got to give up, the bronze and silver are pretty standard. We then get an 82 Man U team, an 83 Prem team, an 84 Real Madrid with 1 in form, and an 85 1 Spanish and 1 in form, and then also an 87 with 1 English and obviously an in form. So not necessarily terrible kind of requirements, to be honest. I would be interested to see with the likes of these packs, which I believe this one is a mega, I want to say. Does it tell us pack details? No, it's just I really wish it'd come up with the what pack it was as well. I think is that on this side. Oh, a small premium. So if we flip them back, so we get a mega, small rare, prime electrum, small prime, and also 2 rare player packs. So obviously the bronze and silver is always a guaranteed to do. I think it's always nice to give up either a full bronze team or a full silver team to get 4 gold players back that are rare. You never know. But then also these, I'm interested to know if these are going to be guaranteed packs, and I think it's something that it'd be nice to have in the description of the pack if they are guaranteed. Whether they do that is kind of irrelevant now, but more than likely there is a couple in there that will be. In terms of Beckham as a more midfield sort of role, much better. Right mid, he's far too slow, and I think everybody would agree with that. But once you kind of whack that shadow and put him in that kind of defensive to attacking midfielder role, he is away with anything. Great passing, good dribbling, generally a nice card to play with. Is he going to kind of change your main team? Probably not. Probably you've got the Kevin De Bruynes, the Verrattis, the Parejos, even Bruno to some extent, as well as Conte. They are very, very good at that midfield role, and I think Beckham is good, but in terms of the price, I think you're looking at the same sort of value of, say, like a Conte. In terms of DM, you've got no chance, obviously, but if you're looking somebody like a Llorente, I think for the price that you're paying, so if you're, for instance, putting in 340k in comparison to maybe, what, a 30k card, it's just not a comparison, really. The money that you'll save from just using the gold card is incredible, unless you are doing the Beckham with very, very little fodder. If you're doing it with or untradeable fodder anyway, you're doing it with maximum untradeable fodder, then yes, you are making an absolute killing off him. But if you're not, then that is where you've got to kind of really think, do I need to spend coins for this card or not? For me, I wouldn't necessarily spend anything. I would 100% try and grind it out. You have got a fair few days to do it. It's until the 14th of December, so you have a whole month to do him. Obviously, if you are looking at Okocha and closer as well, then you have got them to do also, but I think it is still possible to get all of these done. That being said, you have got to pick and choose wisely, because if anything else comes out, then obviously you need the fodder for that also. But overall for me, Beckham is coming in at a solid rating. I'd happily, as a more midfielder rather than right wing, I would happily give him an 8.5. I would like to see his prime. I think that one's going to be much better going forward, but it'll be interesting to see when we do get him. So if you did enjoy this video, let me know down below, and if you are completing Beckham, again, let me know what you think. Are you doing it with Untradeable? Are you putting coins into it? See you all for the next one. Take care. Peace.